10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Balls will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. Got him downfield. There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean...
And the ball is free on the pitch.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. Second and long coming up. Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion and now forcing the fourth down.
And he crushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's Jefferson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the ball's racing to the line in the hurry up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's on target and complete. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Volunteers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Touchdown, Tennessee! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab, it's Crow. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Makes the grab. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Quick handoff. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Tight end getting vertical. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Clinton. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Unloads it downfield. He caught it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vols!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
The screen, and watch out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He's got him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Grove. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. On the snap, it's Dyer. Gets it out quickly. He's into the end zone, and they'll put two more on the board just before halftime.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Underwood. Dances away. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll open the second half on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man quickly. Quick step and go. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw
a shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's carry-on. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants it all. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Akron. Any big developments here on the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to...
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Right on the money. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Back to throw, it's Baker. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Might be calling a hot route. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. On the run, deep down the right side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Volunteers line it up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Montreal. Didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over.
He's got it! Made a defender miss. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a chance. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. The offense changing the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Jefferson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Vols will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He goes down after a short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Handoff to the single back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50, the 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown ball. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
From the gun, looking for a man. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll snag it just inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From his end zone, he'll go up top. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the 1st. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the Vols want to move quickly.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Black 14.
They'll move the tight end. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 18 to North Texas. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to pass, it's Baker. He wants a big play here late. He's got it down the left side. Lowers those pads. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the point after is good.
Tennessee, 39. Auburn, 26.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.